Good evening. Thank you for watching the Uganda Catholic Television. It's a Wednesday, the 5th day of March 2025. Welcome aboard. I am Sunday Gloria aboard with Uctv News, and I hope you were able to go to a church nearby to be applied ashes on your forehead as the Catholic Church and Christians all over the world start the Lent period. Today we wish you all the best in this season. To start us off with our bulletin, Christians have today thronged various churches in Nebi Catholic Diocese to observe Ash Wednesday prayers. Ash Wednesday is a penitential service where believers receive ashes in the sign of the cross on their foreheads, symbolizing repentance and the need for salvation. According to the Right Reverend Constantine Rupini of Nebi Catholic Diocese, Ash Wednesday occurs 46 days before Easter Sunday and marks the beginning of the Lenten season, a period of fasting, prayer, and reflection.
Hundreds of Christians this morning thronged different churches in Nebi Catholic Diocese to attend Ash Wednesday prayers. Ash Wednesday is a penitence service that uses ashes to mark the sign of the cross on the believer's forehead, symbolizing our sinful nature and needs for salvation. Right Reverend Constantine Rupini, Nebi Catholic Diocese, explains that Ash Wednesday is always 46 days before Easter Sunday and marks the beginning of Lent period.
English and in Latin that is quadragesima, meaning actually number 40, because those are the number of days we are supposed to fast. So today is Ash Wednesday. We have just celebrated the liturgy. We have received the ashes, a sign of our acknowledgement of our fragility, of our moral and spiritual weakness before God. And we are saying, Lord, we are sinners. Fill us with your grace that we may convert, because you are the one who can cleanse us, you are the one who can give us the grace to do better.
According to the man of God, as Christians, during this Lent period, they should focus on forgiveness, love, and sharing with others who do not have.
Supposed to eat meat, and also on Good Friday, we are not supposed to eat meat, and then also during other Fridays of Lent, we are not supposed to eat meat. Now, it is not because we are fearing meat, and because Jesus died on the cross on the Friday, Good Friday, therefore we are afraid of meat, because, you know, some people when they see a dead person, they fear to eat meat. And when we recall that, that spirit can be there, you know. And there are some people who have not understood this practice, who think that, oh, we are not eating meat because of Jesus who died on Good Friday, and therefore we are afraid of meat. No, that is not the spirit.
In the meantime, Robert Pitua, one of the staunch Catholic believers in Nebi Catholic Diocese, recalled how useful this day is to the believers. Pitua added that Christians should use this period to remember the sufferings of Jesus Christ. He also appeals to his fellow Christians to walk without distraction during this period.
We are grateful. This is a Lenten season. It means some period of 40 days that we are observing. And what we are going to observe is about prayers, it's about the alms giving, and also it's about refraining from whatever may appear to be doing beyond what is expected.
Ash Wednesday is observed in the Roman Catholic Church, Anglican Church, and Orthodox Church, Lutheran, among others. Lent is traditionally 40 days fast, reference to the time Jesus was tempted in the desert, that seeks to prepare the heart of believers for solemn remembrance of Jesus Christ's death. It includes and is followed by joyous Easter Sunday celebration of the resurrection.
Indeed, I hope we all follow the season, as it is said that it is the beginning of the Lenten period for fasting, prayer and reflection. And to other news, the acting president of the People's Freedom Front, PFF, Erias Lukwago, has announced plans to mobilize political institutions and parliamentary candidates to demand a halt to the Kawempe North by-elections. Lukwago's call follows recent violent actions by the Joint Anti-Terrorism Task Force JAT during a procession led by the National Unity Platform candidate Elias Luyimbazi in Nalukola. Reports indicate that several supporters were injured, including a journalist from Top Television, after JAT intervened in the event. Speaking at the PFF offices in Katonga, Lukwago emphasized that the escalating violence in the area makes it unsafe for the by-elections to proceed.
We are, as I was saying, we are appalled by the situation going on right now. The situation is dire. And we are baffled that all the state agencies are denying responsibility for what is happening. The police wash their hands out of it. Indeed, they are captives. And the other day, General Moz was threatening even to arrest the director, CID Magambo. Said, you'll be arrested. They are captives. The Electoral Commission is equally helpless. At their meeting with all the stakeholders, including the police, they were just throwing hands in the air, literally saying, we have nothing to do. We are appealing to all of you, the state actors, non-state actors, please respect the law. That's where they ended. Parliament, the matter was brought on the floor yesterday. And the speaker was equally lamenting, the deputy speaker. Said maybe this is sponsored by people who hate government. You can imagine. Now who is going to come to the rescue of the people if all the institutions of state are just lamenting? The Electoral Commission, helpless. Parliament, lamenting. The police, they are saying, oh, the closest they came to give a hint on what is happening, they said, well, we are investigating. Can you imagine? And the people marauding around are well known. They have the banner of JAT, Joint Anti-Terrorism Force. JAT. JAT is not provided for anywhere in the laws of Uganda. It's not even a unit of the UPDF. Look at the UPDF Act and all the units they have. It's not there. For all intents and purposes, JAT is a militia. JAT is a terrorist organization. How on earth a force entrusted with upholding rule of law to observe law and order in the country like the police force can throw hands in the air like that? They are actually, literally, they are accomplices. They have been overrun, they have been hijacked, they have been taken over by JAT. You ask the Electoral Commission, don't you know these people? Can you imagine? You see.
Who's the gun?
Hmm? You look at these ones. They have guns which are ordinarily a monopoly of UPDF. AK-77, that's what they tell us. They have Uzi gun, actually not AK-47. Uzi gun. They are armed to the teeth. You ask it, Parliament, can't you subpoena, can't you summon the CDF? Because we want Mr. Tayebwa, the Right Honorable Tayebwa, if you indeed meant what you said, why don't you summon the CDF to come and explain this? Bahati, who was also in the House as a minister, Bahati, is he really in charge? Is your neighbor? My brother Bahati actually is my classmate. Not classmate, year mate. We were at in Lumumba at the same time. Now, you ask Mr. Bahati, Honorable Bahati, he was in the house, also literally crying. Said, as a government, we are not aware of what is happening. We are not responsible for this. Disowning these people. Are they from DRC? Are they from Somalia? Are they from Mars? Where are they coming from?
Women under the Inter-Religious Council of Uganda, IRCU, have urged for dialogue on the proposed amendments in the Marriage Bill 2024, particularly regarding the criminalization of cohabitation. Florence Nasanga, the chairperson of the Interfaith Women of Uganda under IRCU, emphasized the importance of addressing the root causes of cohabitation before imposing penalties. Nasanga pointed out that many young couples resort to cohabitation due to the high dowry demands from parents, which hinder them from formalizing their marriages.
The current Marriage Bill 2024, which seeks to criminalize cohabitation, should take into account the underlying social and economic factors that have contributed its rise. As Interfaith Women of Uganda, we believe that one of the key reasons for the increasing prevalence of cohabitation is the high cost associated with formalizing marriages. Expensive wedding ceremonies, traditional marriage requirements, and excessive bridal price demands that some parents have made it difficult for many young couples to marry legally. As a result, many opt for cohabitation as more financial viable alternative. Rather than criminalizing cohabitation, we call for a thoughtful and inclusive dialogue to address the socio-economic barriers to marriage. Cultural and religious leaders, institutions should work together to promote affordable and meaningful marriage practices that do not place an undue burden to young couples. Strengthening economic empowerment programs for youth and addressing societal expectations around marriage. Courts will also be key in ensuring more couples can legally marry without financial strains. We urge our policymakers to reconsider a punitive approach and instead foster a supportive legal framework that strengthens families while respecting the realities faced by many Ugandans.
We'll take a break and we'll be back with more stories here on Uctv News.
Uctv, good news for all.
Radio Purchase, the best value-based community radio in Eastern Africa, running 24/7 with professional staff and solar energy backup of up to 500 kilowatts peak. We rock the whole of northern Uganda and the world using 7 languages on 90.9 FM and 94.5 FM in Arua on Ediofe Hill, 99.7 FM at Moyo on Adua Hill, 101.4 FM at For God in Gulu, and online at www.radiopurchase.org or download the Radio Purchase app from Google Play Store and Apple Store. Radio Purchase, peace of Christ for all.
Welcome back. You're watching Uctv News with me, Sunday Gloria Borch. Now, the Bishop of Nebi Catholic Diocese, Right Reverend Constantine Ruping, has called on Christians to embrace tree planting as means of environmental conservation. He emphasized that the diocese will collaborate with the cultural educational institutions to promote tree planting across 22 parishes, ensuring a sustainable and healthier environment for the future generation.
The Bishop of Nebi Catholic Diocese, Right Reverend Constantine Ropeng has urged Christians of the diocese to embrace tree planting to protect the environment. The bishop says the diocese will work together with cultural and education institutions to protect the environment through tree planting in 22 parishes within the diocese to benefit from the good environment.
Conservation of the environment, or even the preservation of what we have, is very important. Because if we destroy them, their destruction also affect us. And sometimes they don't affect us simply indirectly, but sometimes even directly. Now these days people talk about global warming, which is not just a theory, it's not just an opinion, it's a reality. So the environment is changing because of global warming. The ozone layer is getting affected more and more. And so this calls for a new way of looking at the environment.
His Highness Stan Lombede, Chief Kwanga Chiefdom in Pakwach District, noted that his chiefdom hopes to give a hand to mitigate the alarming climatic change so that schools and cultural institutions can protect the environment.
We are using the little resources, we are lobbying for seedlings from NGOs, and also using the available local trees. We are simply protecting them from their areas of growth. People should not encroach, people should not cut them. And the seedlings we are getting from partners, we are also giving to households. And we monitor them so that we see how they are performing. That's how we are. And we're also informing the community, raising awareness in the community, the benefits of having those trees in 4, 3, 5 years to come.
Right Reverend Constantine hopes that this collaboration initiative with cultural leaders to plant trees in schools, parishes will encourage other stakeholders to fight for the protection of the environment.
And it's time for Today in History. And with that, it's a wrap for the Wednesday edition of Uctv News. I'm Sunday Gloria Abwatch.